white sand, shallow waters, the sun. What does this bring in our minds? Anybody? What?
A beach.
You're so close. But you guessed it, guys. The Bahamas. Well, the Bahamas. The Bahamas is one of the most visited places for visitors around the world. The Bahamas may be small in size, but holds a big attraction for everyone to see. According to the Bahamas website, people know the general knowledge of what the Bahamas is, but do they really know how it came about? Well, today I'm going to inform you about the history, the culture, and the tourism of the Bahamas. The history of the Bahamas. According to the Columbia Electronic Encyclopedia, the Bahamas were inhabited by the African inhabitants, which are formerly known as the Bohemians. An explorer named Christopher Columbus first set foot in the New World in the Bahamas in 1492. The first settlements were made in the mid-17th century by the English. In 1950, the Bahamas and Great Britain signed an agreement to establish territory so that the Bahamas can become an independent state or country. According to the Kansas State Liberty of Kansas Botanica Epidemics, the Bahamas became an independent country within the Commonwealth nations in 1973. British became more interested in the Bahamas in 1629 when Charles I granted Robert Heath, Attorney General of England, to govern all the lands and all the islands in the Bahamas. Despite how the British treated the Bohemians kept a loyal and respectful culture for them to carry into the future and to take with them into future generations. Now you know a little bit about the history of the Bahamas. Let's talk about the culture of the Bahamas. According to the Bohemian High Commission, Bohemians are best described as easygoing, friendly, and hospitable. Hospitality is who they are. When we visit their country, they open their arms so that we can feel welcome in their country. They make everybody feel welcome, whether you're Asian, you're American, just any race. You go to their country, they make you feel right at home. The adult literacy rate is over 90%, with a rapidly growing professional class and university-educated workforce, meaning like when they teach, every student in that university, they're teaching at a higher level of education so that they can have their graduates go around the world and pretty much have a sense of higher knowledge. English is the official language of the Bahamas. They have another language called the Bohemian dialect, which is pretty much broken English, which is English broken down to little bits of pieces of how they speak their language. Bohemians are very religious as people. Their main religion is Christianity, ranging from Catholicism, Methodist, Baptist, Lutheran. Just the main religion is Christianity. The Bohemian Constitution guarantees freedom of expression. Just like in the United States, we are able to express who we are, and just like in the Bahamas, you can express who you are. Caribbean music, according to the Bahamas News, Caribbean music has a strong influence in the Bahamas. One of their music they're known for is Goomba, which is their official music and dance of the Bahamas. In recent years, American soul, rhythm, blues, pop, rock have had a strong impact in the younger generations of the Bohemians. art is also an important part of their culture. It is how they express themselves through art. When they draw something, that's how they feel, how they interpret something. Bohemians are really, well, they have always been extremely successful in the international sporting world, like the Olympics, international events, sporting events, just any event you can think of, sport-related, like kayaking, boxing, tennis, swimming. But the number one sport in the Bahamas is cricket. Now you know about the culture of the Bahamas, let's talk about the tourism of the Bahamas. Tourism is what keeps the Bahamas afloat, meaning they depend on the visitors to visit their country so they can be stable economically. Just like how you been, like you guys had to go to the Bahamas, but according to what you've heard, a lot of Bahamas is a lot of attractions, a lot of beaches, so they have to update all those landmarks and all those attractions so visitors can keep going so that they can stay afloat. According to the Planet Where, when beach lovers dreams of a perfect stretch of powdery sand lapped by seas and limelight shades of blue, they are probably dreaming about the Bahamas. This review states that every visitor who goes to the Bahamas is having a good time. So in the Bahamas, there's a lot of things you can do. You can fish, boat, dive, snorkel, like I did over there, and sailing. There's a lot of things that you can do in the Bahamas, and there's a lot of things you can do in the Bahamas. But one of the things you can do in the Bahamas is cruise along the Bahamas, in their capital of Nassau, the biggest city in the Bahamas. Cruise is really important because you get to eat, you get to watch entertainment, you just experience what God had made in the ocean, and just the scenery, and just how the landscape is. So yeah, the cruise is, there's a lot of things to do on a cruise though. In conclusion, Christopher Columbus first set on foot in the New World in the Bahamas in 1429. Bohemians are best described as easygoing, friendly, and hospitable. Hospitality is who they are. Tourism is part of the Bahamas' profits, just how they keep stable, how their economic, just how the economy grows in their country. From hearing from other people about how their experience was in the Bahamas, great beaches, snorkeling, Atlantic City, pretty much any visitor's activity, now you know how it started and who made the Bahamas who they are today. Thank you.